Welcome Robots fans, this is Cinco, and in this video we're going to do another mid-level Manni episode where we look at a recent bot that Manni did a video on where he used flame weapons on a Ravana with some overdrive. So our version of this is going to be an Adrian Chong level 50 pilot. We are going to have a regular non-ivory Ravana that is MK2 level 1. We are going to go one last stand that's level 4, one overdrive that's level 4, and one thermo nuke that's level 4. So it really is a mid-level build. And we have to even out the MK2 level 1, which is not really so much mid-level. It's kind of pushing towards upper level. We have relatively low level igniters. So we are going to mix and match this to make it a mid-level build. And we're going to jump into some beacon games and see how it does. Let's go to battle and start running some domination. Okay, we're going to start out with what we normally start out, which is a Scourge Leech. That's what I like to start out with first. And we'll see if we can get into some action with the Ravana on our second drop. Don't recognize any of these clan tags. Usually the first thing I do when I get into battle is to check it out and see who I might be playing against. So I actually leeched onto that Ravana on purpose, so I might be able to force him to use an extra transcendence while I wasn't fighting him. So I also shot out my Scourges there. We have a Phantom pushing the middle. We are going to try to kill him as well, or at least do as much damage as we can. Hopefully he doesn't turn the beacon. All right, we stopped him from turning the beacon. And our teammate. All right, let's see if we can get this Redeemer Ao Jun. We're going to pre-lock him, and then we're going to use our special ability on him. We're going to work on this Ravana as he lands. Want to get into some kind of cover here. Since it's not beacon rush, I can't afford to back around cover and give up this beacon for a couple of seconds, although we don't have beacons right now, so we have to be careful that we just don't give up a beacon for very long. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that Ao Jun with my special ability before he flew. I wanted to use my Resorber ability on him before he flew. Alright, so we have, looks like Fury with some Zeuses and some Thunders. So we have a Loki here, and I need to worry about this Loki a little bit. Actually gonna push this Fury a bit just to see if I can maybe, all right, let's see if we can pre-lock. Oh, it didn't pre-lock him. What is going on? All right, no more phase shift for that Loki. And here we are. All right, I'm gonna ditch this bot and go into the Ravana now. Get some gameplay footage here. It looks like we have things in pretty good order. All right, no Popilot. It's important to remember we only have 2 Transcendence abilities stored, so we are going to have to be careful with them. I'm going to use both right now to get around into cover. Not too worried about those ballistas, but I didn't want to get hit with that Ares special ability. Ares shield is going to be down soon, and we're going to start cooking. There we go. All right, not bad, not bad. It's doing a pretty good job on Ares, which doesn't have a lot of health. Getting a little bit of frame rate drop problems. Oh my goodness, something started hitting us. That little bit of lag, that Peach on You hit us with a really hard burst of Avenger or Avenger T damage, whatever it was, but we're up our health really quick. All right, we are in big trouble now. Ah, look, an Arthur. I kind of wanted to fight an Arthur here a little bit. I'm going to try to get around this corner shoot this Arthur as much as I can before he gets into too close of range. Again, we're in a little bit of trouble from this Avenger Ares. I love an Avenger Ares build right now because of Arthurs. It actually is a pretty good, inexpensive build for Arthur play. So we are just going to go in ahead and just start mopping up as many players as we can with our Ao Ming. All right, so I'm going to land since my side weapons are basically out and they're reloaded. I will bring fly again. So need to lock. Oh, we're gonna go this guy. There's too many people shooting us. We have to get behind cover. As strong as this Ao Ming is, it is not able to just kill everyone all at once. It just doesn't work that way. Nothing can do that. We'll do what we can to put a hurting on these players, but you can't beat everybody all at once. Again, we have a Loki. It's going to be tough for me to kill that Loki right now, so we're going to see how things go. And if we have to change, we will. But hopefully, we can just go to that beacon and turn it rather than chase that Loki around or drop our Titan. I'm a little bit wary of pushing this Titan, I'm not going to lie, since they do have at least one Cataclysm on that Ming. Alright, so we're going to drop down, turn this. Somebody spawn a Yang Li Jun, please. That would be ideal. Alright, so here is actually the Arthur with some 600-meter weapons. And we are going to jump up and hit this Ao Ming that wasn't really looking for us. He wasn't really ready for that. Now we are going to see how much damage we can put on this Arthur. I'm going to land since our side weapons are out again. Is that a Nodens on the far left? I think it is. I remember seeing a Nodens in the middle. All right, so we're low on ammo right now, so maybe we could force a special ability with this little bit left. Let's see. No. All right, so we have that. Loki is now pushing our home. We are going to jump up. Even though we don't have our Cataclysms ready, we're going to use our side weapons on this Ao Jun and see what pops next. All right, so we have a Redeemer Bulwark. As you can see, close range, Cataclysms really just do a massive amount of damage. It is massive. All right, so similar situation. Resistance Fenrir comes at us. Just melted. Just melted. All right, let's see. Can't tell what that is. I think it's an Ao Jun over there. We're doing what we can to just put as much damage on these guys as we can. We're going to land since we're out of all kinds of ammo. Heal a little bit. We have 5 seconds on our reload. We're going to just stay here. Just be really annoying to these folks because, you know, they're running Loki, so that's annoying enough. So we're going to stay on their home. They grabbed our home, so we're just going to stay right here and hold their home. Folks are welcome to try to push us off it if they want. I'm actually going to push this banner, just I'm sick of them kind of picking away at me here. Alright, so I'll use my healing there. Kill the Fenrir. We got a Hades real close. He may actually die here. Somebody spawn an Odin's and heal me up. Alright, not enough time to heal me up, but we'll see how we did. Again, the Storm Ravana did okay. I'm sorry, the Igniter Ravana did okay. We really kind of pushed and were really aggressive with it, which with a mid-level build you can't really do. I would have liked to have spent a little bit more time with that Arthur. As you can see, the Cataclysms did massive damage in that game with 4.2 million. They are max level 25, so it's not like a low-level weapon. So let's look at what we had. We had Razor's Edge Clan, Fashizzle. It was a good game by him. Weed is a relatively high-ranked clan. I see them a lot in some higher-tier games. 2.8 million out of them. That's pretty good. On our side, we had a 1.4 million metal militia. I've seen them a bunch today. Oops, I did that twice. And we had an S level clan on our side as well, right? Force. I see them a bunch. S rank clan. It's always a pleasure to have them on your team, and he had a pretty good game with 1.5 million. As you see, this Kaboom player, 8 beacons. That's a really great job. And I don't know what these Asian letters are, but if you can read them, leave them in the comments on what this says. However, 8 beacons for that player as well is a good job. All right, we're going to jump into another domination so we don't waste too much time talking about the post game. Roll one more game and see how we do. Again, I would like to run this Ravana more, but against these higher level opponents, it just doesn't last without having Ivory, and you really can't run it in without phase shift if you don't have the Poe pilot, right? So having Poe pilot and Ivory really allows you to run maximum healing, which is huge for Ravana that has maxed out health, especially on health modules, especially on an Ivory. All right, so why don't I stop talking, and I will lock on. I don't know why that lock switch took so long, but I was hoping to lock much quicker than that. All right, ESP. So that's a clan I do know, and they are good. So it'll be interesting to see what this player does next. He's trying to use that bar as some cover. That's frequently done in champions. Okay. We are now going to come in and see how we do here. Was hoping somebody else would be shooting this person with me. They are. Okay, good. Great. And we have a Phantom helping us in the middle. What is shooting me on the left? All right, so we got this, and we're going to drop down, hopefully before we get last standed. Yes, barely. All right, so now I see some people pushing us the other side. Oh, man, last standed by that blitz. I am not happy about that. I may have to take it out on that player. I was not happy about being last. I was excited that when I dropped down, I did not get last standed. So now I'm going to hopefully last stand him. I think I will die here from that Ravana, but I wanted to try to take him with me. All right, here we go. We are going to run our Igniter Ravana now. Use this dash so we are rebuilding and get back into fight here as fast as we can. Don't have the middle. I'm not sure how we lost it while I was fighting on the right. I was trying to maximize my DPS. Let's see. I was going to try to squeak it between those two metal panels. So ESP again. Okay, so he is leeching right now. As soon as his leech ability is done, I will fire my flames, and that's what we're going to do. Oh man, against a top tier player, they just don't seem to do much, these lower level guns, and they shouldn't really. They're lower tier, lower level weapons. It just goes to show though, when you play a high level opponent, if you don't have maxed out gear, even though it is a meta bot, you really need to be careful and play smart, right? When you have a fully maxed gear bot, you can play poorly and still do well because your gear is much better than the other player's gear. So, we are going to do our best to try to cook that player as much as we can while they're in the air. All right, we are going to push the middle now and see if we can get it. We do have our Titan charged. I'm going to step off the beacon for a second and help our friend about to kill this leech, because this leech does not have his special ability. I'd like to get him out of play. We have a Ravana on the right. It is probably, I'm going to guess that player will have their best damage total. Say it's their best player without knowing for sure, but I have a feeling that player, I think, is the one shooting me from behind. And we may lose the center, we'll see. I just don't wait. Oh, it's a leech. All right. ESP, again, pushing the middle in a Ravana. Another Ravana here on the left. We're going to try to back off those storms as best we can. Stay close to this tier best we can. What? Oh, we got corner shot by one storm. That actually did a bunch of... So again, here we go. We died relatively quickly against this tier player. And we didn't seem to do much damage. I really don't love igniters. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like them against bots. You know, maybe I'll make another video where we just spawn them and try to use them against Arthurs. I think that's where they're gonna have the most value. You can corner shoot against Arthurs. They penetrate the shield of Arthurs. I just think that's gonna be a much better... Oh, there's a Nodens here. Didn't even see that. I definitely don't play my Nodens that way. I like to try to live as long as I can because then I can help my teammates out longer. So this General Lobo player is trying to one turn our Beacon, but also play very aggressive to get his Titan up. I'm sure of that. So interesting to see what Titan he drops next. All right. So he drops an Ao Ming. Of course he does. Of course. We are going to drop down and see if we can close some of the distance to their strong Mings before we pop. So it's hard to sneak up on people in an Ao Ming, but I think I'm doing it right now. So we were able to force him down pretty quick. We will also heal. All right, we do have to be careful. We can't just stand out in the middle of nowhere against General Lobo with his strong. And we're going to land here. It's okay to just land here. That's fine. If I can get any damage on this. So we might need to move it a bit because we don't want to just keep getting hit by those stars from Joe. I'm taking way too much damage for not having my cataclysms loaded. That's pretty terrible. All right, so now we have a Ravana pushing us. We are in big trouble now. That was it. That was it for our Ao Ming. So that was a maxed health Ao Ming. What's what happens when you get double teamed or triple teamed? But we did a decent amount of damage with it, I'm sure. I'm a bit concerned about how many players we have right now. That's not going to turn out. Alright, so didn't see this Phantom or awareness on my part. I'm also going to try to suppress as many players as I can. All right, I got too many Ao Mings. I'm relatively sure when we go to the post game, we are going to see higher level plans than most of our team, but maybe I'm just making excuses. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we had 3.3 million damage. And as you can see here, General Lobo, as I expected, 5.4 million damage in an S1 ranked clan. If I had my Plasma Ming in, I probably would have been able to counter him. You have to push with the Cataclysm Ming because between 500 and 600 meters, the Plasma Ming will beat it. So you really do have to push a bit with the Cataclysm. So that was a major problem. So let's see what else on our team. So double D, we have no clan. B3, no clan. So let's look on their side. We have a C3, D-Dog C3, D2. I thought so. There's a clan out there with these brackets that's pretty highly ranked. But yeah, this is what happens when you go against a Plasma Ming and you don't have a Plasma Ming on your team. The counter, I am 100% sure this one is all the way maxed out. 42 out of 42 members. I don't know if I've showed this to anybody, but I'm also in an S1 ranked clan. We only have 41 members, right? So this is a super maxed out clan here, and that was a fun game. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of Ravana Igniter gameplay there with the lower tier weapons and just Adrian Chong instead of Poe. It really didn't stay alive long enough for me to do a lot of damage and still try to win the game for the teammates. I always feel bad trying to get footage and not doing my best to try to win the game. So that was a mix of as much footage as I could get while still trying to win the game. I think in terms of the best Ravana right now, Storms and Cryos are the best two if you're going for a burst DPS build where you're going to use overdrives or thermo nukes to really try to maximize your damage. If you're going to try to kill Arthurs with it or other Ravanas, I think then that's when you want to use either Scourges or Igniters, and those are the best two builds. Okay, that wraps up this video. If you did like the video, please consider liking and or subscribing, and of course hitting the notification bell. If you want to see more Cataclysms gameplay, I will put a link here, and also if you want to see more Ravana gameplay, I'll also put a link here. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.